It was the last great casualty of the beaching era, closed amidst loud and vigorous protest on the evening of Sunday the 5th of January 1969. Built by the North British Railway, the Waverley line established a 100-mile connection between Carlisle and Edinburgh, crossing some of the border's bleakest terrain. 45 years later, life has moved on for the former station buildings, nature has reclaimed the trackbed. But even today, the social and economic consequences of the railway's closure are still felt across the borders. And so, further north towards Edinburgh, the silence is being broken as 21st century navvies wind the clock back. A bill paving the way for the Waverley's partial reinstatement received royal assent in July 2006, although this was followed by a prolonged hiatus due to problems with the tendering process. Network Rail, now responsible for building the line, appointed BAM Nuttall as works contractor at the end of 2012, with the main construction phase getting underway the following April. Together they'll be delivering a 30-mile single-track railway with 10 miles of dynamic passing loops, extending northwards from Tweedbank between Galashiels and Melrose to a junction at New Craig Hall, southeast of Edinburgh. There'll be 7 new stations and 140 bridges, culverts and tunnels, at a total cost exceeding £11 million per mile. Development has breached the Waverley's old alignment at several locations, resulting in diversions or the need for new structures. There's also been the challenge of ensuring the old ones are up to the task of hosting a modern railway.
The main thing is to first of all understand the existing condition of them, examine them, inspect them. The second thing is to decide how to repair them and bring them up to a suitable modern standard. And the third thing is all the environmental constraints. Many of the structures have some kind of listing, they're protected, or there's environmental constraints through birds, badgers, all sorts of protected species have used the railway as their home over the last number of years.
It was a busy summer for the 800-strong project team, with the emphasis shifting from structures work to the track formation. 5,000 lorry loads of ballast and 90,000 sleepers are being positioned along the route as track laying gets underway in earnest, starting at the north end and heading south at a rate of almost 1.3 kilometres every day. A Dutch team from BAM Rail is leading the march, using machinery previously deployed on one of the Netherlands' high-speed lines. It's a well-honed and efficient process.
It is, as soon as we started the first process, it's a continuous system, because as soon as you start driving out, the guys here prepare for the second pull of the rails. And as soon as they're at the end there, we're already ready to move the train, the 108 meters. So it's a continuous movement, and it takes about half an hour for 2 rails. So we should be able to do it within 8 hours to get everything finished and done for a full train.
Track laying should be completed by the end of this year, allowing attention to be refocused on the signalling and telecoms work subcontracted to Siemens, as well as fitting out the stations. The route should be ready for driver training next summer, with the first services expected to run in September.